Hey there, it's Boots Owen here. This is a Hotpoint WM81 washing machine that I just picked up. A question I get asked quite a bit is, where do the washing machines come from? At the moment I've got about 4 in my garden, 3 in the house, and this one in the van. Well, I was out today, out for a walk, and I saw it on the street, and it was left outside someone's house. It was packed up like this with the cable inside it. It's an old machine, it's dirty, it's got rust down here as well. Over here, it's got a piece of plastic in the drawer. I wonder what that is. Just a bit of rubbish. It smells okay. Let's have a look inside. They've wedged the cable in there. It's a small drum. It seems okay. It seems to spin or to turn okay. Some scratching on the glass, but nothing major. Dent up here. Scratching on the side, as if it's been dragged along on its side. Bit of paint on it. There's a few things that make it look like it was just left out because nobody really wanted it, you know, and that's what you're looking for. You're looking for something that just says, I've been left out for the scrap man. And around where I live, people just leave things that are made out of metal out on the street for the scrap. And while I'm not a scrap man, I do, if I see something that I think might be useful, I'll pick it up. So as I was just out for a walk, I didn't have any way to bring it home, and I thought, I'll just walk home, get my van and go and fetch it. So that's what I did. We hopped in the van and we drove around, and here's what happened. So people have asked where washing machines come from. This is a street, a residential cul-de-sac, and there's a washing machine sitting outside a gate. It's been left out for scrap. It's a Hotpoint WM81, and I'm gonna pick it up and put it in the back of the van. So there you go, it's quite a heavy one. I'll take a look at it when I get home. And so the vast majority of the time, you know, if it's been left out like that, you're not going to come up against anything or anyone. You've got to be kind of discreet, quick. You don't want to delay, you don't want to hang around and attract attention. You want to just get it into your van nice and quickly, nice and quietly, because sometimes people get upset if they see someone collecting it. They think it's there for the council to do or something like that. I don't really know, but it's better to be discreet. And if anybody does tell you you can't take that, well, that's it. You put your hands up and you just hop in your van and leave. You don't take it with you, you know, because it's not yours and you don't know where it came from, and it might be theirs, and that's that. And if they live on that street or whatever, they might want it for something. It's up to them. But you don't want any fuss, you don't want any trouble. I was just watching a video there the last couple of days by E-Waste Ben, and he says the same thing. You know, you're picking stuff up, you just gotta make as little fuss as possible. I think there's another guy, Scrap Vulture. Like I say, I'm not a scrapper, but I do think these things are interesting. He was saying, you know, if anybody gives you any trouble, you just say, sorry, I'll leave it, no problem, see you later, get out of there. And that's the attitude you gotta have. Easy come, easy go. I didn't pay for it, so what are you gonna do? It only took 2 minutes of my time to go around the corner and pick it up. It really was a few streets away. So that's where they come from. Some of them I collect off eBay. If they go for 99p on eBay, sometimes auctions for old ones like this, you know, that really nobody wants. You know, some people tell me that they're vintage and all this kind of thing. They're not. It's a 20-year-old washing machine. It's not energy efficient. It's rusty. Probably has a bearing issue, as they normally do, or if it doesn't, it will do shortly. This in itself is a really cheap, chintzy model. Like, look at how thin that door is. There's just no style about this one at all. Yeah, it looks a lot like a... I can't remember another Hotpoint that I had recently, an old vintage one that everybody said, oh, you want to keep that, you want to keep that, it's a collector's item or something like that. And I think, well, you know, that's as maybe, but that's not the business. Let's have a look at the back. That's not the business that I'm in. It's got a hot and cold fill and a drain out on the back, so it probably has a sump filter in this one, the same as that other Hotpoint that I have in the garden at the moment. You know, you don't want trouble, you don't want hassle, you just want to pick it up and throw a brick in it. If it was something that I wanted, I'd go and look for it, like that Bosch what was it, the Bosch WFF 1401. You know, if you have a real purpose for something, you go and you find the one you want, and maybe there's a coincidence you'll find one you really want. And there is a rare occasion where you'll find one on eBay that's going for 99p and it was just a bizarre auction that nobody somehow spotted. And in that case, you know, you'll buy it, and if it's really too good to sell, well then you'll try and sell it. But we had a washing machine that I used for a number of years, the old Service that I did the Stonewash Jeans video in. That washing machine, it was a good washing machine, but it had rust on it. I had it up for 30 quid on the Gumtree for a while. No bites at all. Someone offered me 10 quid for it. I said, you know what, I'll have more fun for 10 quid, even though it was a perfectly good functioning washing machine. So I thought I'd make a video with it instead and let other people enjoy it. But there you go, that's where they come from. They just come from the street most of the time. It's hardly worth buying them anymore, because when you're out walking a lot, as I am at the moment, you tend to see a lot of stuff right near where you are, and around where I am, that's where they come from. So yeah, thanks for watching. See you later.